And let's start talk about 83 formulas for CALE. 83 formulas consist of three big groups. First, releasing something. First group is releasing something. Likewise, exterior and heat and defecation and urination. So those categories belong to releasing something. And second category is qi and blood. Qi and blood, or yin and yang. So regulate qi, and regulate blood, which means invigorate and stop bleeding. And also tonifying qi, blood, and qi and blood. So these are the basic structure. And qi also include yang, and blood include yin. And third group is about pathogen, the evil qi. Likewise, damp, phlegm. If the dampness prolonged, it turns into phlegm, right? So those pathologies. And also damp and wind, when combined, that makes wind, pain. And this wind is different from this common cold type of wind. And there are many formulas for coughing. And some miscellaneous formulas. Like calming shen and stabilize and binding. So these are the basic structure. So you can divide it into the three different groups. Let's say evil into miscellaneous. So let's first talk about these formulas, releasing formulas. So way less complicated than National Board Examination formulas. Let's start from releasing exterior. Releasing exterior first, cold, wind cold, and second, wind heat. Wind heat, right? So it's very simple in CALE. Only one formula for wind cold, 구지탕. You know the keywords, right? 구지탕, sweating. This is the keyword. And fever, and pain, and chills. Those are all common symptoms of wind or heat. But commonly they give you a hint like chills, more chills than fever. So that implies it comes from cold pathogen. And the ratio, Guiji and Xiao Yang ratio, 1:1. And what else? So common symptoms, and this is Taiyang, obviously Taiyang, wind, Zhongfeng. So these are the keyword examination can give you. How about the heat formulas? There are two formulas first, Sang, Zu, In. And second formula is In, Xiao, San. San, Zu, In, focus on this Ju. Do you know what is Ju? Ju is chrysanthemum. So this wind heat formula treat fever more than chills, right? This is the common denominator. And also sore throat. Sore throat is the keyword for wind heat. So these two formula treat sore throat. Basically fever and sore throat. Wind cold, chills, fever, and other common cold symptoms. So when the examination gives you sore throat, first consider these two formulas, Sanjuin and Inchaosan for wind heat. And Sanjuin, what is the difference between these two? Sanjuin treat liver yang raising with Juhua. And both of them can treat coughing. So coughing is not the unique feature of Sanjuin. Eye symptoms and headache, those are specific symptoms for Sanjuin. Inchaosan does not treat those eye symptoms. And another formula for wind heat is Chai Ge Zie Tang. Chai Ge Zie Tang. The keyword for headache, the Chai Ge Zie Tang is headache. 3 yang headache. 3 yang headache. So Yangming, Xiao Yang, and Taiyang headache. Then what is the difference between this Sanjuin and Chaigejejitang? Chaigejejitang headache is severe and acute and heat. So the keyword for headache Chaigejejitang is, do you know this? Orbital pain. So this is an important keyword for Chaigejejitang. So what is the difference? Eye pain and orbital pain. If the question gives you eye congestion or dryness, Sanjuin, this is simple liver yang raising based on liver insufficiency. But orbital pain is way more severe condition. Have you ever heard about cluster headache? Cluster headache. Orbital pain is the typical symptom of cluster headache. So when you see the headache patient, you need to differentiate 3 different headache: tension type headache, cluster headache, and migraine. And please remember each herbs which treat Yangming and Xiao Yang and Taiyang. And there are other formulas. Deficiency, formula for deficiency. You know what is this formula? Ren, Shen, Bai, Du, San. So obviously, question will give you something like weakness. Qi deficiency signs, Qi deficiency signs, weakness. Also, in terms of Ren, Shen, Bai, Du, San, you should remember the modification. Most commonly used, one of the most commonly used formula out there in the field is Jingfang Bai Du San. So Jingjie and Fangfeng. Jingjie and Fangfeng is a common modification for Ren, Shen, Bai Du San. When do you add Jingjie Fangfeng? When the patient have clear exterior symptoms. So in Ren, Shen, Bai Du San is a very unique formula. It does not have any releasing exterior of herbs inside, like Ma Huang or Guji, Dandochi. There's nothing like that. But it has Qianghuo, Duhuo. So actually this formula is very similar to Qinghao Shengshi Tang for joint pain. So this is a very unique formula, Ren, Shen, Bai Du San. This formula is very commonly used in my clinic for children. But if there's exterior symptoms, Jingjie and Fangfeng is added. This is a very common modification. Another modification is Jininhua and Lianqiao. When there's an inflammatory signs, severe one, sore throat, but severe sore throat, pharyngitis, laryngitis, Jininhua and Lianqiao. They commonly remove Ren, Shen when they use this kind of modification, unless the patient has weakness. So examination can give you these modification questions. So it's simple. Cold, Guichitang. Heat, Sanjuin, Guichitang. And heat, sore throat, Sanjuin, Inchaosan. Headache, Chaigejejitang. Deficiency, Ren, Shen, Bai Du San. These are releasing exterior herbs. And let's add just one more. Releasing Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang, what is the pattern, characteristic of Xiao Yang? Xiao Yang is between Yangming and Taiyang. And what happens? The pattern, the symptom, this is in between. It has chills, right? Chills. And also internal heat. Internal heat. But they alternate. Alternating. So chills is a symptom of Taiyang. And internal heat, symptom of Yangming. Simple, isn't it? So it alternates. So it makes perfect sense. And also, common cold-like symptoms with and GI symptoms. There is a specific symptom of Xiao Yang. Most representative formula is Xiao Chai Hu Tang. Xiao Chai Hu Tang. So Xiao Chai Hu Tang treat alternating chills and heat and common cold-like symptoms and nausea and vomiting. And also bitter taste. What else? Bitter taste, 구고인간 dry throat, and blood eye. So releasing exterior formula: 구이지탕, 산주인, 인차오산, and 찰개지지탕, 렌센바이두산, and 샤오차이후탕. Okay, releasing exterior. And next, releasing heat formulas. In terms of heat, let's divide in two categories. First, heat toxin. So this is excess heat. And second, deficiency heat. Simple. What are the formulas for heat toxin, excess heat? Huang, Lian, Zie, Du, Tang. And second, Xie, Xin, Tang. Right? Huang, Lian, Jie, Du, Tang, and Xie, Xin, Tang. They both treat 3 Jiao heat. But Xie, Xin, Tang has Da Huang. So damp heat. And deficiency heat, there are two formulas. Qing, Hao, Bie, Jia, Tang. Qing, Hao, Bie, Jia, Tang. And second, Dang, Gui, Liu, Huang, Tang. So Qing, Hao, Bie, Jia, Tang is for latent fever. This is a cured. Examination can give you latent fever. What is the characteristic of a latent fever? Worsen in the evening, in afternoon, and cool in the morning. So it is a little bit different from regular empty heat. Regular empty heat, they do not give you this kind of hint. Cools, actually feel chills in the morning. So this is a latent, long disease, remaining heat. And also, it can give you some keywords like AIDS and malaria. From this Qinghao, Dr. Tu Yu made malaria medicine, artemisinic acid. So, the board members love to give you this kind of hint, like malaria. And AIDS, because it's immunocompromising condition, patient troubled with constant minor heat, fever, heat signs. So Qinghao Bijie Tang. This is a common hint. Examination give you about this formula. And Dangyu Liu Huang Tang is another formula for empty heat, but specifically what kind of condition? Night sweating. So only remember these 4 formulas. Qinghao Bijie Tang and Dangyu Liu Huang Tang. Excess heat and deficiency heat. And there are formulas for organ heat. Organ heat. So what kind of organs? Liver, heart, spleen, lung, kidney. Do they have a kidney excess heat? I don't think so. So just let's delete this. So liver, long, dan, xie, gan. Oh, gan, tang. Right? Long, dan, xie, gan, tang. What is for heart? Dao, qi, san. And there is no formula for stomach, but practically the same. Goes to gastrointestinal system. First, not spleen but stomach. Shigao. There are formulas with Shigao. And also there are formulas with Huangnian. Because they both treat stomach heat. They both treat stomach heat. The same thing applied to national examination too. There are a bunch of more formulas with the Shigao, but in CALE, only one formula. Bai, Hu, Tang. And Huangnian, Qing Wei San. Wei means stomach. Clear stomach heat formula. And large intestine for diarrhea. Bai, To, Weng, Tang. So how many formulas? 5 formulas for 5 organs. Let's just think that way, memorize that way. Longdan Shegantang. What is the keyword? Longdan Shegantang treat channel and organ, both of them. What are the signs of organ? Jaundice. Damp, heat in liver and gallbladder. Jaundice. Hypochondriac pain. And also, this is more important, channel, groin, STD, urinary infection, UTI, and skin disease, rash, and groin, pelvis around the pelvis. Those conditions, Longdan Shegantang treat. So, for example, vaginal discharge. I told you to compare this vaginal discharge with Wandai Tang. Because Longdan Shegantang treat heat, damp heat. So this discharge, foul smelling and yellow discharge. Wandai Tang is due to Qi deficiency. So Wandai Tang treat clear without foul smelling. Same vaginal discharge. In CALE, there are no formulas for this condition. Only compare these 2 formulas. And Daoqisan. Daoqisan is for heart heat. So Su Di Huang and Mu Tong is a paired herb in Daoqisan. And Daoqisan treat night terror, crying, insomnia. Insomnia due to heart irritability. And more important keyword examination can give you is dark urine. This is the most important keyword because this is a pathophysiology, pathomechanism behind Daoqisan, because Daoqisan clears small intestine heat with the urination. This is Daoqisan work. And they can directly ask you how Daoqisan clear heart heat by promoting urination, clear small intestine heat, and eventually heart heat by promoting urination. By promoting urination, clears heat. So dark urine is given as a hint. Another keyword for Daoqisan is ulcer and tongue, because tongue is related to heart. And it can just give you mouth ulcer. So this is Daoqisan. And spleen and stomach, Shigao, there are formula with Shigao, Baihutang. Baihutang, remember big 3 or 4. Sweat, fever, and thirst, and big surging pulse. Okay, never forget about this. This one, very common, is shown on the examination. Big 3 signs. And Qingwei-san goes to where? Gums, where the Yangming channel goes. So gingivitis. It can also give you mouth ulcer too. Just like this Daoqisan, but this is because stomach hit. Huangnan subside, stomach hit. Gingivitis is the keyword. Among national formulas, you have Xie Huangshan has Xigao. So that is very confusing. But CALE, only Bai Hutang and Qingweishan. And Bai To Wengtang, their keyword, bloody dysentery. So in national board examination, you need to compare Bai To Wengtang with Xiao Yang. So two categories in heat. This is systemic. Huangnianjiedutang and Xie-Xintang. And deficiency heat, latent fever, Qinghao Bijietang, and night sweating, Dangilyu Huangtang. Organ heat, liver, heart, spleen, and lung. Liver, Longdan Shegantang, heart, Daochisan. Stomach, spleen, Bai Hutang, Qingweishan. And large intestine, Bai To Wengtang. So how many formulas? Next formula for releasing. So we talked about releasing exterior and releasing heat. Next, releasing number 2 and number 1. Defecation. The formulas for defecation, Chengchitang. Formula with Dawang and formula without Dawang. Chengchitang. Da Chengchitang, Xiao Chengchitang, Tiao Chengchitang, and Tao Ren Chengchitang, or Tao He Chengchitang. Either way is fine. And Da Chengchitang, treat everything. Xiao Chengchitang, treat distension and epigastric discomfort, but not dryness. So if the question gives you this dryness, Xiao Chengchitang is not the right answer. No dryness, dry stool. And Tiao Chengchitang, treat the dry stool, but no distension. Because Tiao Wei means harmonized stomach, do not think this Tiao Wei Chengchitang treat distension or epigastric discomfort. We call that in Chinese, Pi Man. So Tiao Wei Chengchitang does not treat Pi or Man. And Xiao Wei Chengchitang does not treat Zhao. And Da Chengchitang treat everything Pi Man Zhao Shi. And Tao Wei Chengchitang, gynecological condition, men's gynecological problems. Xiaofu, stabbing pain, and xiaofu. This is Taohui Chengchitang. Yeah, Taohui Chengchitang is classified into blood invigorating formula, but I would prefer to explain here. And another formula with Daohuang is Majirenan. And people think because of this Majiren, this is a very mild formula, but it treats heat with Daohuang. So never forget this one is for heat. So many students miss this question just because they assume this is very nurturing and lubricating formula. In 83 formulas, this is the only formula which does not have mahuang inside. So this formula only nourish, lubricate the intestine. And next, urination. Urination formulas, exterior, and interior heat, and interior cold. Okay, interior heat, and interior cold. What is the formula for exterior and urinary difficulty? This is Ulingsan. So Ulingsan relates exterior, and something confusing is fever. And people do not think Ulingsan treat the fever, but just like 구이지탕 treat the fever, 울링산 treat the fever and common cold-like symptoms. Exterior. And interior, heat formulas. There are two formulas for heat. Internal heat. One is julingsan. And another is bajengsan. Both treat urinary difficulties with the heat signs. This is exterior, but this is internal heat, real heat, inflammation. And bajengsan, especially, question give you hint like this: antibiotics or germs. For example, E. coli or acute prostatitis. These are commonly given hint. So if you find this kind of excess inflammation with germs, pick the bajengsan. And cold, internal cold, severe Yang deficiency, zen utang. So these are the formulas for number one, urination. So they all treat urinary difficulties. In Sanghanun, in terms of Sanghanun, about julingsan, they can give you this pathology behind it. Water, heat, accumulation, entangled, mixed, water and heat, julingsan. How about daohuetang? Daohe chengchitang, it will give you blood accumulation. This one can be given as a hint for Sanghanun. And ulingsan, water accumulation. These are all Sanghanun description. Water heat mixture, blood accumulation, water accumulation, blood accumulation is taohuechengchitang. Taiyang blood accumulation. Taiyang water accumulation is ulingsan. And water heat mixed interior, that is julingsan. So number one, number two. So all done with this releasing formulas. Releasing exterior, called 구이지탕, 산주인, 엔차오산, and 차이게지지탕. What is the difference? And deficiency, 렌센바이두산. Releasing Xiao Yang, 샤오차이구탕. And heat condition, toxin, two formula, 황년제두탕 and 셰신탕. Deficiency, 칭하오비제탕 and 당귤유황탕. Night sweating and latent fever. Organ heat, lung, liver, 롱단쉐간탕. Heart, 다오치산. Stomach, 황년 and shigo. 바이후탕, 청웨이산. Large intestine, bloody dysentery. 바이토웽탕. And defecation, something with dawang, chengchitang. 4 different chengchitang. What are the characteristics, keywords? And without dawang, runchangwan. So runchangwan does not treat the heat. And urination, exterior, ulingsan. Interior, cold and heat. Heat, julingsan, bajengsan. In cold, jenutang. Okay, next group, qi and blood. When we talk about qi, first, liver qi stagnation is an important pathology. And second, ascending qi. Liver qi stagnation, sinisan is the most important one. Sinisan. What is sinisan? Chaihu and baishao. Chaihu and baishao, there is a paired verb. I explained a lot about that. Shinisan. From sinisan, many different formula comes from. For example, Xiao Yaosan. Xiao Yaosan is sinisan with sujunjitang. Why? Because sinisan treat liver qi stagnation and Xiao Yaosan treat liver spleen disharmony. Right? Liver spleen disharmony. So it has sinisan inside. And it has also sujunji inside, except rensen. So fooling by Chuganchao. Sinisan with Dangui. Dangui. Sinisan with Dangui. So this is Xiao Yang. In terms of Xiao Yang, remember pathology. The pathology is liver spleen disharmony. And Xiao Yang modification. 무단피 치치. This is for menopausal symptoms. Upper body heat. 무단피 치치. This is Xiao Yang. And ascending chi, only one formula. Morning sickness. 주피 주루 탕. So this formula is used for pregnancy. There are some formulas which can be used for pregnancy, right? Like Gucci Fuling 1 and 주피 주루탕, and what else? 타이산 반시탕 in national in CALE. What else? Gucci Fuling 1. jiaweitang and 주피 주루탕 and Gucci Fuling 1. Those can be used for pregnancy. It can be on your examination. And next formula is 유주원. This formula not only treats the liver chi stagnation, it treats 6 different stagnation. So it is pretty much everything. Blood stasis, dampness, heat, phlegm, everything. So 유주원. But this formula doesn't have bansha. So when the phlegm is severe, phlegm is severe, what kind of herb formula you need to add it? Urchin tongue. So remember this modification. Add urchin tongue. Or bansha. If you combine yujuan and urchin tongue, this is called liu yutang. 6 accumulation decoction. What is the formula for descending qi? Do you remember descending qi? Descending qi. You know this. 부종이치탕. 부종이치탕. But this formula will be taken care of in tonifying section. Blood. First of all, stasis. Second, bleeding. The most common stasis condition you will see in the practice is gynecological condition. And second condition is heart attack or chest pain, chest and GI. The formulas for gynecological condition with the blood stasis, there are many. First, wenjingtang. And second, shenhuatang. And third, guzifuling1. And taohuechengchitang. We talked about that in chengchitang session. And wenjintang, literally, when, warm, mens. So it warms. But also treat heat by indeficiency. So question can give you very confusing cases with wenjingtang. So patient has underlying coldness, but patient also has a heat signs like a hot flushes and hot sensation above the chest. Those can be given. wenjingtang can be the right answer. And shenhuatang is after delivery, postnatal. So this one tonifies with dangui. And dangui is the largest dose in shenhuatang. And invigorate. Great. And warms. This is shenhuatang. And what else? Shenhuatang. And gujifuling one is for general. Especially pregnancy, bleeding and pain, xiaofu pain. This is gujifuling one. Xiaofu pain. Purple lips, stabbing pain. And chest and GI. So it's stabbing pain on the chest area, epigastric area, danshenin. And originally, danshenin is used to treat epigastric stabbing pain, but commonly also used for heart disease too. In national, you guys learn many different juyutang, shafu juyutang, geisha juyutang. In CALE, only xuefu juyutang. So this one is for heart disease. Heart. Stabbing pain lasting couple of minutes. This is sign of squeezing, sign of heart disease. Squeezing. And danshenin is for epigastric. Because this is original text, ancient text says. And bleeding. Feces. Huaihuasan. So this one is only for branch and heat and branch. And don't bother. You will not have any chance to use this formula. Huaihuasan. Not the specific. Keyword hemorrhoid. Hemorrhoid bleeding. Let's remove this urination. This is only for feces, hemorrhoid, anal bleeding. Huaihuasan. In national board examination, what you need to remember is urination, Xiao in Ji. Blood, stasis, a lot of formulas with gynecological condition. Wenqingtang, Shenhuatang, and Gujifulingman. And chest and gastrointestinal stem, danshenin, and shefujuyutang. And bleeding, huaihuasan. Not many formulas. Tonifying formula, Qi tonifying. Blood tonifying. Right, Qi and blood. And Qi and blood. And if the Qi deficiency prolonged, persistent, it turns into Yang deficiency. And there are formulas for Yin deficiency too. And let's talk about it just one by one. Qi deficiency, Sijunjitang. And Liujunjitang. So it can be as a modification question in California, but not in national. From Sijunjitang, there are two more formulas from Sijunjitang. One is Shen, Ling, Bai, Ju, San. What is the keyword for Shen, Ling, Bai, Ju, San? Diarrhea. Shen, Ling, Bai, Ju, San is a Sijunjitang with Shan Yao. If you add Shan Yao and releasing Dampness herbs like Yiren, Bai, Piandu, there is Shen, Ling, Bai, Ju, San. Why Dampness? Because of diarrhea. Why Shan Yao? Because this is for elderly. Spleen and kidney deficiency. So diarrhea with kidney and spleen deficiency. So usually used for elderly patient. And next formula, 부종이 지탕. 부종이 지탕 is Sijunjitang without fooling and Huangqi. And Shengma, Chaihu, Dangui, 부종이지탕. Champi, 부종이지탕. So this is for qi sinking. The most important keyword is organ prolapse. Qi sinking. And it also can give you hint as qi deficiency fever. Worsen in the morning. Worst fever sensation after exertion. Those are keyword for qi deficiency fever, worsen in the morning, only on the skin after exertion. So 부종이지탕 and Shen, Ling, Bai, Ju, San, those are all from Sijunjitang qi deficiency formulas. And another formula for qi deficiency is Yupingfengsan. For this is spontaneous sweating. So what is the opposite? 당귀류황탕. 당귀류황탕. This is for empty heat, and this is for yin deficiency, and this is for qi deficiency. And next formula is Shengmaisan. Shengmaisan, what is the keyword? Summer. And qi and fluid damage. And coughing can be given as a hint too, because Shengmaisan is Renzen, Ueji, and Maimendong. Renzen, Ueji, Maimendong. Shengmaisan. Summer. Summer, if you can find summer as a major hint, probably Shengmaisan is the right answer. Among California formula, only Shengmaisan specifically treats summer, heat, and deficiency, weakness. And Yang deficiency, from Sijun Tang, remove Fuling. If you add Ganchang, do you know what that is? Li Zhong Wan. From Sijun Tang, remove Fuling, add Ganchang. What does that mean? Warming. And if you remove Ren Shen and Baiju, remove and add Fuji. What is this formula? This is Si Ni Tang. So Li Zhongwan, Si Ni Tang, and Si Junji Tang. From Si Junji Tang, if you remove Fuling and add Ganchang, there is Li Zhongwan. So it tonifies spleen Yang deficiency. So another keyword for Li Zhongwan is tie in diarrhea. From Sanghanun. And Sinitang is not for spleen. This is for heart and everything, general Yang. So Renzen and Baichu are not needed. So get away. And Fuji, Ganchang, Ganchao. There is Sinitang. Only worms. There is Sinitang. And do you remember Dangui Sinitang? Dangui Sinitang. Dangui Sinitang is based on Guichitang. So Dangui Sinitang does not have Fuji. So compare Dangui Sinitang. But Dangui Sinitang is not for CALE. So Sinitang and Dangui Sinitang both treat cold hand and feet, and both worms interior. But Dangui Sinitang is based on Guichitang. And Yang deficiency formula, warming formula. Zi An Zhong Tang. Xiao Jian Zhong Tang. And Da Jian Zhong Tang. Xiao Jian Zhong Tang, Yi Tang is the king herb. And Da Jian Zhong Tang, Sichuan pepper is the king herb. And this is for stomach pain, both of them. And Da Jian Zhong Tang is severe external heat, external cold, severe excess cold, excess coldness. Both treat abdominal pain. Jian Zhong Tang. Next, Wu Zhu Yu Tang. Wu Zhu Yu Tang. This one treat nausea, dizziness, vomiting due to what? Coldness. Coldness. Wu Zhu Yu Tang. Wu Zhu Yu Tang is one of actually most common used formula for migraine, because this one treats headache with nausea. And there are two major formulas for migraine. One is Bansha Baichu Tianma Tang, and another is Wu Zhu Yu Tang. And they both treat nausea and dizziness. Nausea and dizziness. And blood, tonifying formulas. Su Tang. Right, Su Tang. And there are original formula, mother formula for Su Tang. That is Jiao Ai Tang. Jiao Ai Tang can be used for pregnancy, bleeding. So Jiao Ai Tang tonifies blood and stop bleeding. So it can be classified as stop bleeding formula. Maybe you want to put this here. Either way is fine, but I prefer to classify in tonifying blood formula because this is the original formula actually for Su Tang. If you remove Jiao, Jiao, and Aye, remove these two, that is Su Tang. That is Su Tang. Only difference is Sangdiwang and Sudiwang. Su Tang and Jiao Tang. If you add Jiao and Aye, then Jiao Tang. Very similar formula. And qi and blood. Ba, zhen, tang. Simple. Siwu tang and sujunji tang, right? Ba, zhen, tang. And if you add huang qi, ro gui, this is shi, chuan, da, bu, tang. Next formula, dang, gui, bu, xue, tang. Bensky classified this dang, gui, bu, xue, tang in here. Blood deficiency formula. But that makes no sense. So he classified this one as a blood deficiency formula just because it has bu, xue, bohil, bu, xue means tonify blood. And dang, gui, bu, xue, tang, one thing you need to remember is huang qi. Huang qi is the king herb. Huang qi, large dose, then dang gui. Ratio 1 to 5. 5 to 1. So 5 times more. Huang qi is 5 times more. This is the king herb. Never forget about this. So this is formula tonifies qi and blood. Not only tonifying blood. And what kind of condition it treat? Qi and blood deficiency after exertion. If the patient has a constitutional qi and blood deficiency or severe disease after chemotherapy, bajentang or shichuan dabutang. Have you ever heard about sanghwatang? The Korean people drink. That is based on dangyu bushetang. When they drink sanghwatang, when they got exertion with too much work. And sanghwatang is a combination of guichitang and dangyu bushetang. And in yang and yin deficiency, this is kind of controversial, but think about it. Liu Wei Diwang 1 and Bai Wei Diwang 1 belong here. So yang deficiency and yin deficiency. But actually that is kidney deficiency. That is not yang deficiency, kidney deficiency. Think about it later. So kidney, yin deficiency, Liu Wei Diwang 1. Right? Liu Wei Diwang 1 with Fuji Rogui. This is Ba Wei Diwang 1. Or Shen Chi 1. Shen Chi 1. Right? Liu Wei Diwang 1, Ba Wei Diwang 1. So actually this is same formula. So Shen Chi 1 treat kidney yin deficiency and also yang deficiency. So this is not the represent formula for yang. For example, Li Zhongwan clearly, obviously treat the spleen yang deficiency. But your textbook says this is warming interior formula. Warming interior formula. So either way is fine. You can remember this way. And kidney, yin and yang deficiency. Kidney, yin and yang deficiency. So if you add yang, this is O, sensual. From here, Jo, Jin, Jo, Gui, In, 1. And from here, Yu, Gui, 1. By adding yang tonifiers and removing sedating herbs. So Jogi 1 and Yugi 1 made by removing sedating herbs from Liu Wei Diwang 1 and Shen Chi 1 and adding tonifying herbs. So that is the formulas tonifying yin and yang. The final batch of 83 formula is the extra evil pathogen. Let's first talk about dampness and phlegm. These formulas are deeply related to gastrointestinal system. Gastrointestinal system, 핑웨이산. What 핑웨이산 treat? Dampness and middle jaw. Dampness and middle jaw. And urchin tongue treat all kinds of phlegm. So 핑웨이산, urchin tongue. Represented formula treat damp and phlegm. And urchin tongue is base formulas. So many different formulas. One of them is Bao He Wan. How do you make Bao He Wan? By adding Shenku Maya, Sancha, Zhenku Maya, and also Lian Chao. That is Baohuiwan. So it treats foul-smelling, belching, and food stagnation with the heat signs. Urchin tongue. So Baohuiwan is based on urchin tongue. So I love to classify Baohuiwan under the category of phlegm. And another formula based on Pingwei-san and urchin tongue is Ho Xiang Chengchisan. Ho Xiang Chengchisan is based on Pingwei-san and urchin tongue, both of them. So Pingwei. So Pingwei treat middle jaw, dampness, which means diarrhea. And urchin tongue treat nausea and vomiting. So combine Pingwei and urchin tongue and what else? Suye and Ho Xiang. That is Ho Xiang Chengchisan. So Ho Xiang, Suye and Ho Xiang treat exterior symptoms. So Ho Xiang Chengchisan treat exterior common cold-like symptoms, diarrhea and vomiting. So very simple. So Ho Xiang Chengchisan treat Ho-lan. Ho-lan means vomit and diarrhea with exterior symptoms. There are many formulas with Bansha to treat phlegm. Bansha. First, Bansha Xue Shin Tang. Second, Bansha Ho Po Tang. Third, Bansha Bai Ju Tian Ma. These are all related to phlegm. And Bansha Xue Shin Tang, epigastric. Vomit after eating. And P syndrome. These are the keywords board examination will give you. P. What is P? Distension without pain. So Bansha Xue Shin Tang treat epigastric discomfort without consistent pain. Vomit after you eat something. And P syndrome. Do you remember this? Yeah, there is Bansha Xue Shin Tang. This is important keyword for Bansha Xue Shin Tang. And Bansha Ho Po Tang, plum pit. And Bansha Bai Ju Tian Ma Tang, wind-phlegm. Wind, dizziness, nausea. So this one is the most commonly used formula for migraine in Korea. So with Uchu Tang and Bansha Bai Ju Tian Ma Tang commonly chosen for headache with gastrointestinal symptoms. Bansha Xue Shin Tang, Bansha Ho Po Tang, and Bansha Bai Ju Tian Ma Tang all treat damp and phlegm. There are so many formulas with coughing. This is actually how I treat the coughing patient. So this is not only for the examination, but it will be helpful to treat coughing patient in your practice. First, exterior. So very recent onset, common cold symptoms with the exterior signs and coughing. And interior heat. And dryness. Dry coughing. And third, indeficiency. Fourth, indeficiency. So this is the steps going chronic. So indeficiency, my way D11. Liu Wei D11 variation. Liu Wei D11 variation. This is the most commonly used formula I use in my clinic, like my way D11. This is the modification question. My way. So my mendong and uweji. And another formula for indeficiency, not indeficiency, let's say just deficiency. Deficiency is suji jiangji-tang. Do you remember suji jiangji-tang for upper excess and lower deficiency? Suji jiangji-tang. upper excess, upper excess. What is the excess? Phlegm. What is deficiency? Kidney. So rogui, and what? Dangui. So they tonifies weakness in the leg. So question commonly give you likewise knee, weak, knee, and low back with rogui and dangui. There's sujijiang jitang. This formula treat upper excess and lower deficiency. Can you think about any other formula? 황년제두타, 황년 얼자우탕. Treat upper excess and lower deficiency too. And exterior. Actually, when the patient have a coughing with the exterior signs, I would choose 산주인 or 인치아오산. 지소산. So 지소산 is just without pattern diagnosis you can choose. It has a wide spectrum of the pattern. So with Jingje is releasing exterior herbs, and Jiwan those other releasing coughing herbs. So not much of pattern. Jisosan. Maybe there is the reason Jisosan is why popular. And Xingsusan. This is for cool dryness. But Xingsusan is actually based on urchentang. This is urchentang with suye. If you add urchentang and suye, that is Xingsusan. But this is for Wenping theory formula, and the author of this formula said this is for cool dryness. How about the formula warm dryness? That is for national. That is Sangxingtang. So Xingsusan and Sangxingtang opposite, but dryness. So what is the dryness? Travel back from desert. Or I said wind heat is a sign of sore throat. Dryness is commonly ticklish throat. So not that absolute, but this is commonly given as a hint. Then you need to consider Xingsusan or Sangxingtang, dryness formula. And this dryness is totally different from deficiency. Totally. And this dryness. This is a fluid damage, and this is deficiency, but this is excess dryness. So external dryness irritate your throat. This is Xingsusan. And heat, Qing, Qi, Hua, Tan, Wan. This is for yellow phlegm. Phlegm with heat signs and wet coughing. And dryness, there are many formulas. First, bai, mu, go, lo, san. This is sticky phlegm. And both of them are based on urchentang. Urchentang with the heat cooling herbs, and beimu golusan, urchentang with beimu golu, nourishing one. But bansha is removed. Why? Bansha has a drying property. So this is bansha is not suitable for. Bansha is substituted by beimu golu. That is beimu golusan. Sticky phlegm. So still there's a phlegm. Right? Still there's phlegm. Sticky phlegm. Another formula for dryness is Mai Mendongtang. If I need to prepare one formula for my clinic for coughing, I would stick to Mai Mendongtang. It has very wide spectrum from subacute to chronic. Right before you use Luei-Dwangan, Mai Mendongtang can cover most of the coughing, because Mai Mendongtang has Rensen and Mai Mendong and Bansha. It has Bansha. So it nourish but also treat the phlegm. So Mai Mendongtang. Ren, Shen, Mai Dong with Bansha. So it is very similar to Sheng Mai San, but Sheng Mai San is a tonifying formula with UH. But this one is for coughing. Mai Mendongtang. Another formula is Bai, He, Gu, Zin, Tang. This can be classified into indeficiency formula or just dryness formula. Let's put it here in deficiency formula. But for the examination, you need to remember it treats phlegm with blood. So blood streak with coughing, and TB, tuberculosis, and long-lasting tuberculosis, and persistent coughing, 발해구진탕. But these two formulas are very similar. So I would stick to this Liu Diwang variation. And 수지장지탕, upper excess. Remember this upper excess. And these two formula is for phlegm, technically for phlegm. Heat phlegm and dry phlegm. And 마이멘동탕 covers most of the dry coughing. So these are all the formulas to treat coughing. There are two different formulas for wind. One is headache. Another is skin. Skin formula, Xiao Feng San. And headache formula, only two. Zhen, Gan, Shi, Feng, Tang. And Tian, Ma, Go, Teng, In. Actually, these are very similar formula. Very hard to tell the difference, but Zhen, Gan, Shi, Feng, Tang is for dizziness, more dizziness. Tiama, Go, Teng, In, headache. Tiama is specific herb for headache with wind-phlegm, and dizziness due to indeficiency. So liver indeficiency. So liver yang raising dizziness. And this Tiama Gotengin, wind, heat, phlegm. So with heat. So rapid pulse. So Jingan Shefeng Tang, both for dizziness and headache by wind, internal wind. So commonly chosen for hypertension. This will be given as a hint. Hypertension. And skin. Xiao Feng San. Xiao Feng San treat heat, wind, damp. Everything. Pain is really important for your practice, but ironically, your textbook has only two formulas. First, damp and blood stasis. Dampness, Juanbitang. And blood stasis, Xiao Ho Lodan. Xiao Ho Lodan cannot be taken long time. It has Fuji. Stronger than Fuji. Jiano Zhao. So this is very strong formula for excessive condition. And Juanbitang. Juanbitang is for upper extremity because of Qing Qiang Hu. This is commonly used for shoulder pain like frozen shoulder. And Shoholodan treat blood stasis with Ruxiang Muyao. And coldness, Juanhu Zhao. And wind, earthworm. So which formula cannot be used for a long time? You need to pick Shoholodan. And this is kind of effective formula controlling pain. Shen is all connected to heart. Remember, all these are connected to heart. So all these formula treat heart condition, heart pattern connected to heart condition. Liver, heart and liver. Suan, Zhao, Ren, Tang. Heart and liver. And heart and kidney deficiency, kidney indeficiency, Wang, Nian, or Zhao Tang. And Zhang Zhao, Gan, mai, da, zhao, tang. And heat-phlegm. Heat-phlegm. Wen-dan-tang. So all these formulas are commonly used for Shen. If you add some more formulas, Gui-pi-tang and Xiao Yang. And San-chao-ren-tang, insomnia. Wiry purse. Because wiry purse is not that intuitive with San-chao-ren-tang. Actually, in your practice, this is not important, but only for the examination. So wiry purse, San-chao-ren-tang, because it treats liver in deficiency. Hwangnian-orjiao-tang, upper excess. So it treats yellow tongue coating, upper damp heat. Gamai-da-jiao-tang, zhang-jiao, mood swing, melancholia. Wen-dan-tang, compare long-dan-shegan-tang, discharge, white, no smell. And Gui-pi-tang, Xiao Yang. This is for Qi and blood deficiency. Xiao Yang is for liver, spleen disharmony. So remember these 4 formulas, additional 2 formulas, Gui-pi-tang and Xiao Yang. And binding formulas. There are 3 conditions, diarrhea and essence and mens. 3. So only treat the branch, not the root. Diarrhea, Shi, Shen, Wan. For kidney Yang deficiency, severe Yang deficiency. Essence, Gu, Jing, Wan. Different Chinese letter. And mens, Gu, Jing, Wan. What you need to remember, daybreak diarrhea. This is Formula 2 category, right? So you must understand everything. Gu, Jing, Wan is for only branch. So modification question. Shen, Qi, Wan. To treat root and Gu, Jing, Wan treat the heat type of bang low. Large amount and early period, those heat signs. So 3 formulas for binding.